Like with the 8th graders, when you go over the year, say the year is 2017. If I look at this, this just means that's what we call the ones place. We call that the tens place. We call that the 100s place. And we call that the thousands place. So it's like saying you have 2,000, 0 100s, 110, and 7 ones. And when you add them all together, you get 2017. So those are all place values. So you can go from 0 to 9 here, but when you get to 10, where does that 1 go? You can't put 2 digits on the same line, can you? So that means the 0 would go there, which means where would the 1 go? On the next spot, and that's why it's called the 10th spot. So on page 2 in the middle there, they give you the place values. You got ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, then 10,000s, then 100,000. I'm just going to go up to thousands because we're dealing with time there. Now look what it says on the bottom. It says, note that the digit 1 at the hundreds place represents 100. Just like the digit 2 in this place represents 2,000. Any questions on that? None? Oh, beautiful. Nine plus 3, 12. I can put the 1 there, but there's a 1 here and a 1 here, isn't there? So I have to put them together, don't I? So you usually put it up here. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. So you're adding, so really it's not really 1. You're adding 10 plus 10 plus 10 is 30. So keep that in mind. We're dealing with 10. We're dealing with one place in the tens, one digit in the tens place. Now, so that's just stuff you've gone over that many times before. But now we're going to be kind of stretching ourselves, maybe working backwards. We're going to play a little game. And this game is on page 3. And they give you a problem here, which we're going to go over in class together, and then you're going to do the rest of the work on your own. You got 5 something 7, and then we have a something 3 8. And what are those numbers doing? Are they adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing? It says they're adding. Now, what does it say underneath that thing? 805. All right, so how would I do this problem? Like, how would I figure out what this number is and what that, or I'm sorry, what that digit is and what that digit would be? Yes, sir?
For the first one, I would do like 8 minus 5. That one? Yes.
So you're saying start on this end? All right, what's 8 minus 5?
That would be
3. So you're saying start on this end, make that a 3. Yes.
What number plus 3 equals 0?
What number plus 3 equals 0? So what number plus 3 is equal to 0?
7.
Oh, we have a 7. 7 plus 3 is?
10.
Oh, but wait, I don't see a 1 here. Where would that 1 go?
On top of 5.
Oh, on top. What's 1 plus 5?
6.
What's 6 plus 3?
9.
Does that say 9?
No.
No. So this 3, close guess, but wrong. It's actually a 2. So very good. I mean, it's not bad. Sometimes you make a mistake, you'll just have to adjust. So there you go. That works out. Let's double check. What's 7 plus 8? 15. Oh, wait, carrying a 1. What's 1 plus 7?
8.
What's 8 plus 3? 11. So this shouldn't be a 7, should it? It should be a 6. So, again, it was off by, we were just close, but that wasn't the exact answer. What made it different? I mean, it seemed to make sense. 5 plus 3 is 8. 7 plus 3 is a 10. So what was the difference? Yes?
The difference was that it was more than 9, so we put the 1 on.
Yeah, because when your answer is more than 9, you're going to have to carry it over. So probably a best place to start in this example, maybe start on this side. You just started here. I mean, what you did was not wrong. You just tried something, then you checked your work. And when you check, you're like, oh, wait, I was off by a little bit, so I just have to adjust. So it's not like you did the wrong thing. You just did a different thing. You could have started on this side too. 7 plus 8 is 15. Carry the 1. What's 1 plus 3? 4. 4 plus what ends in a 0? 6. So don't mess with that. So 6, so that's a 10. Carry the 1, and then you fill in your 2. So you got to be careful. Not 0, 0. 2, 3, something, something. Minus something, something, 6, 9. This is a minus sign, by the way. Equals 133. Now, how am I going to figure that out? Yes?
You start by doing 9 minus 3.
9 minus 3. Well, not minus. We had to subtract to get this answer. So if we're working backwards, we do the opposite. So what would this have to be? 9 plus 3, which is how much?
2. 12.
Oh, 12. So we know there needs to be a 2 up here, but the thing is, it's really a 12. How do you get, but we can't put a 1 there or a 10 there. When do we usually do that? Oh, when you borrow from something here, right? So we got to keep this in mind right now. I don't know what this number is going to be, but we'll find out. So how would I figure out this thing then? Yes? 6 plus 3 is 9. All right, so, well, we have to do this little 9 up here. Well, let's see if this works out. Now, if this were 2, let's go back. Can we do 2 minus 9? No. So that we'd have to borrow 1 to make it a 12, which means this would have to become an 8. So what's 12 minus 9? 3. What's 8 minus 6? 2. Oh, so 9 was too small because, remember, we had to borrow from it. So let's go back and fix this. So you're saying yes.
I'm saying put a 1 there. Wait, no.
Here.
I was gonna say put it right there. Then
If it's a 1 and you borrow, it becomes a 0,
yeah,
and then you borrow again. So what's 10 minus 6? 10 minus 6 is 4, so that's too big.
10.
10. Well, we can't use the number 10. What number would we have to use?
0.
We'd have to use 0. Now we're getting there. Now let's see if this works out. 12 minus 9 is 3. We had to borrow 1 from here. So 9 minus 6 is 3. So you were close with the 9. You just had to think, your answer was a little too small, so you had to just go up 1. And that up 1 would be that 10 or that 0. But that means if that was a 0, we would have to borrow from here, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So that means this would have to become a 2.
and then
So 2 minus what equals 1?
2. No, yeah, 2. No, 1.
2 minus 1 is equal to 1. Now 2 minus what? What number is here?
2. 0.
There's nothing, so that's like a 0, right? So 2 minus what equals nothing?
2.
All right. All right, how do I fill this guy in? Yes.
So how about 6?
So you're thinking this might be a 6? Well, let's try it. 12 times 6. Ooh, 72. So that might work out. So this is a 6. That's 72. So what would this number have to be? It would have to be, remember, when you're subtracting going one way, what do you do the other way? You add the other way. So 2 plus 2 is?
4.
Let's double check. 74 minus 72 is 2. Well, where does this 4 come from then? Oh, from up here. So what? That means this is what?
A 4.
It was a 4 that had to be dropped down there. Now, how do I get a 24 right here. 12 times what equals 24? 2. That's got to be a 2. 12 times 2 is 24. There you go. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe below and make sure to click on the bell to be notified of any other great videos. Click over here if you want to watch my most recent video, or down here for something you might enjoy. Or you might want to subscribe right over here.